Hey guys, what you doing? In my last video when we took Harrison to the doctor that I didn't finish talking about what the doctor was talking about with his head, and I'm gonna give you guys he keeps looking at me and smiling. Hi, you keep looking and smiling. I'm gonna put him in his bumbo and show you guys his skull so you can kind of get an idea of what the doctor's talking about. So give me just a second. Okay, so I keep getting this weird staticky interference when I'm trying to record his head, so hopefully this works better. But, anyways, oh yeah, move him around. Oh, sneezes, sneezes. Okay, so the main thing that his doctor had noticed at his 4-month checkup was the back of his head. So, lift him up here. You see how pointy it is right there in the back? That was the main thing that his doctor noticed and wanted to get a CT done on his head for, because most babies don't usually have that pointy of a head. Most of the time you have to worry about the flathead thing that babies get, and he's never had that issue before because, you know, no matter how many times that I've laid him on his back, he just doesn't get a flat head. But then another thing is, if you can kind of tell here, his head is pretty long, and then his forehead kind of, hey, you don't help very much. His forehead kind of bulges out a little bit more. You're not helping. No, you're not. You are not helping. So I ended up getting a phone call from the hospital setting up and scheduling his CT scan. We're going on Friday, and hold on. Woo! Hi! So we'll be going on Friday to get that done, and they said that usually is what they do with babies, well, with children 4 years and younger, is that they sedate them because they're not very cooperative. So depending on how he reacts to everything that's going around, they might just sedate him. They said that if he's good, then they won't, but most of the time that they do sedate them to get a clear image. So it will be interesting to see what they end up doing with that. He's being such a goofball today, huh? You're being such a goofball today, huh? He's a booger boy. He's my booger boy. Mwah. So, now we're just waiting until Friday for that to happen. Yeah. We're gonna go play. Yeah, we're gonna play today. I love how he's just looking at me. Huh? Oh, yeah. Good boy. Okay, so I found this online, and I think it kind of gives a pretty good representation of what the doctor is talking about in regards to his head. So this is what a normal baby's head's supposed to look like right here, and then this is pretty much what his head looks like. See how long it is, and then if we actually take a look at a picture that I took of him, you can kind of see it right there, just how long and oval it looks. It looks pretty, they call it like boat looking. And so, yeah, that kind of makes me wonder if he does in fact have this, just because that really looks like his head. Okay, so here's another one that kind of portrays what the back of his head looks like. So the back of his head is pretty pointy and round like that. So it makes me a little worried for him, because if he does have this, then the only thing to treat it is surgery. And with surgery, it requires them going in and cutting open his head and cutting into his skull. So I'm hoping on Friday that we find out that he does not have this, so he does not have to have surgery, but I don't know. I really hope it doesn't happen. Kind of scared. So as I've been reading here, these are the characteristics of what seems to be the type of issue Harrison has been having. We won't know, until after his doctor takes a look at the CT scan if this is what he has. But all of these points right here are characteristics that he has. He's got the long skull. It's very narrow. He's got a bony ridge along the midline. His forehead is starting to really bulge out. And then also, too, the big one is the head circumference is often greater than 90%. And Harrison has always had a big, big head. I have an app right here that I will pull up. All right, so as you can see here, he's always kind of had the long or the high percentage. So when he was born, it was, or technically his first doctor's appointment, he was at 85%. And then at his 2-week appointment, he was at 98. His 2-month appointment, he was also at 98. And then this was his 4-month appointment. It says he was at 96. Today is Monday, March 4th. We opened this can of formula on the 2nd. This one is a 19.8 ounce can of formula. That is how much is left. This kid is eating like a teenage boy. I went to the store the other day and I picked up some rice cereal for him. So I'm gonna give him cereal tonight right before he goes to bed, and I really hope that this cereal helps him with his hunger, because he is, oh my gosh, he is eating a lot. He's always hungry, and he's been waking up a couple times in the middle of the night to eat, and so I'm hoping that this will keep him fuller longer. So when Curtis gets home from work, we're gonna pull this out and we're gonna give him some of this. So I'm quite excited. Okay, so we're gonna give Harrison his first thing of baby food. So here we go. Okay, buddy, you ready to try some of this? Huh? Don't get so close. Oh, what do you think of that, huh? What do you think of that? night.